Welcome, veteran entrepreneurs and everybody else who's trying to make it in this world. So it is not clickbait. Our car was stolen. We had our car staged as we normally do. We have a spot a couple blocks away from our house that we normally stage our cars. We left it there like we would clean it, turn it around, gas it up, and put it back in the same location, and we would leave it there with no issues. It was my birthday weekend. We decided to go out of town. We left the vehicle there staged. The morning that the car was supposed to be picked up, I wake up to an email from Turo. My car had been unlisted. So I started to kind of skim through the email. It said that it was no response. And then I went and saw other emails where the renter was trying to get a hold of me saying you can't get into the car. I left it at that, didn't look too much into it. We're on our way back from being out of town. My girlfriend looks at the messages. She's like, what happened with the car? I'm like, it got delisted because I didn't reply. I replied back to the renter apologizing. She's like, okay, so where's the car? What do you mean? I didn't read through the entire email. The renter was saying she's at the location and the car's not there. Where's the car? I'm like, what? We have an air tag. So we go on to look in the air tag. The car is not at the location. It's a completely different location in some apartment complex. So of course she's kind of spinning out. I was like, okay, don't panic. Maybe the air tag is glitching. We will get there. We'll decide what we're gonna do. We pass by the location where we normally stage the car, and sure enough, the car's gone. You'll never believe this story with the police department. We call the police department and we want to make a report. We let them know we are on our way to the car now. The dispatch was like, do not engage, wait for the police officers to get there. We go over there, sure enough, we see the car. We let them know, yep, for sure, it's here. It's at an apartment complex. My girlfriend's understandably nervous and scared, so she doesn't want to go to the car. So I go back to the location where we were at. I take a picture of where the car was staged, and sure enough, there's broken glass everywhere. We're going out of town again the next day, and for me, I already know how this works. If you guys live here in Kern County, they have so much going on. If there's not an immediate threat or something's not happening right now, we're on the back list of the priorities. I know this. She's understandably nervous, and she keeps looking, and she's not sleeping. I'm trying to get some sleep because we're getting ready to drive another 3 to 5 hours out of town the opposite way. And I told her, hey, they're probably gonna call when the night shift shows up, so just wait for that. Sure enough, they call. Police officer, are you the one who called in for a stolen vehicle? Yes, we did. Did you file a police report? We did. I don't see a police report. Going back and forth. He's like, we're here now. Do you want to file a police report? She says, yes, I'll do a police report right now. I hear her going back and forth with this police officer. He's like, do you want to have the car towed or do you want us to tow the car? My girlfriend's like, what do you mean? I want my keys. I want the guy who stole the car. I want him detained. He's like, well, it's 1 a.m. and we found the vehicle. Come and get your car. If you tow it, you can tow it to your house. If I have it towed, it's going to go to a tow yard and then you're going to have to wait for processing. I wake up and I'm getting dressed. I'm like, I'm on my way over there. She let him know, hey, he's on his way. So I get there and introduce myself and I have the flashlight on. It's really dark. So he's like, okay, cool. So there's the car. Let me know if you need anything else. I'm like, you guys are leaving? He's like, yeah. I was like, okay, cool. I'll be back. I'm going to get my thing. He's like, we're not doing all that. I'm like, well, I'm in a bad neighborhood. Nobody here. I don't know who's up there. You're leaving. I'm gonna protect myself. He's like, we'll wait until the tow truck gets here. Okay, what about my keys? And he looks at me, I'm not gonna knock on everybody's door at 2 o'clock in the morning for your keys. We found your car, just take it back. I was like, this guy has my address. He has the keys to my car. Who's to say he's not gonna come back? He's like, oh, he wouldn't be that stupid. I'm like, the guy who just stole my car wouldn't be stupid enough to already have the keys and the address to go back and steal the car again? He's like, it doesn't make any sense to me. I'm like, this guy's not getting off this easy. So I close the door on the Honda, lock the door on the inside, open the door, and set the alarm off. The guy who stole the car comes out from the top balcony, locks the car like, holy crap, somebody's still in my car that I just stole. I'm looking at the cop, I point upward, and the cop's like, he's like, tell my partner, let me back up, I'm going upstairs. I'm like, you got it. He runs upstairs and I hear him hollering and screaming at these people that get him outside. I walk over to the other police officers in his patrol car. He's on the phone. Hey, he puts his finger up, pretty much, don't interrupt me. I follow instructions. I go a few steps back and I wait for him. He gets off the phone and he goes like this. So what do you need? I'm like, I don't need anything. Your partner might need backup though. He's upstairs at the house for the guy who stole the car. He takes off running. I go back over there and I'm listening to him. They call my girlfriend. So we have the guy, what do you want to do? She's like, oh, I want to press charges. Okay, comes down and I hear them screaming, where are the keys at? And he's like, I don't have the keys. He's like, I'm gonna go to the place where it's at. I'm gonna have the cameras pulled, and if I see that, I'm gonna come back and it's gonna be not nice. Pretty much in not so many words. insurance. He's like, my girlfriend has the keys. What's her name? He screams out his name, come out. He's not responding. Come out or I'm coming in. So she comes out, brings out the keys. They come down, hands me the keys. I get inside the car and he has some stuff in there. The guy cleaned everything up, wiped everything down. He was really taking ownership of this vehicle, which could have been worse, right? Could have stripped the car down. He could have sold the car, gave it to another buddy. He could have done all kinds of stuff. But if somebody's gonna steal our car, I'm glad it was him. Moral of the story, we still stage our vehicle, but we don't stage them unless it's a couple of hours out. If we're gonna go out of town and I don't have anybody to cover us to stage the vehicle, we just put it on pause. It's not worth it. The crazy thing about all of that is it was not covered by Turo because it was stolen before the renter ever took possession of the vehicle. What does that mean? That means whatever insurance you chose to have off platform is going to be liable. I'm sure a lot of people are going to have some questions. I hope you do. Put them in the comments below. If you have one of those commercial insurances, most likely they are not going to cover it. But we're going to cover in the next video what type of insurance, who you should go through, why and how, and the different pros and cons to each insurance. If you guys like this video, please like, subscribe. We know, kind of dumb, but not really, learning experience and our experience and how you get to learn from our mistakes. Let us know what else you guys want to know. We really appreciate you guys, Grunt Nation.
More or drop more stuff behind you and give you more or drop more stuff behind you and give you more or drop more stuff.